G'day, Steve Morgan here, Fishing Monthly magazines and Australian bass tournaments, and behind me there is the nearly ready AFTA Trade Show, which then morphs into the public day this Saturday. I'm currently sitting up in a room which is elevated above the show for the Best of Show Awards. Now, that's all of the new product that the wholesalers put in for the retailers on the first 2 days to vote on to get the best products of the show for the awards dinner on Friday night. But also on the Saturday, members of the public can come in. You can vote on your favourite products here, and there's a whole different set of awards called the People's Choice Awards. So you can influence which of these products are going to get the awards on the Saturday. And if you vote on the Saturday, I think there's $1,000 worth of tackle that you can win as prizes. So there is a bit of an incentive to do that. But I thought what we'll do now is we'll have a quick whip around the Best of Show Awards. We've just had a function here. All the influencers have come in and all of the wholesalers have come in, because we don't let them come in here while the voting's going on. There's no one giving you how to vote cards. But I'm going to have a look at some of the things that sort of stuck out to me when we were setting this thing up. And the first thing I noticed was this is the rod. It's a BFS rod with the world's most runners on it. If you have a look down here at how many guides are on this thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's about 15 guides on this thing, but it is an incredibly light Dobbins rod that EJ Todds do, that if you're a BFS guy, I think you're going to be pretty excited about. It weighs nothing in the hand, very soft action. BFS is pretty big nowadays, the finesse baitcaster stuff. So that stuck out to me in the rods. As always, every year rods get better and cheaper and more technology in them. So amongst these rods here, you will see a whole lot of great rods for the price, which is what it's all about. Come across here, this is a very sunglass heavy show. We've got sunglasses here from Smith, from Maui's, from Mako's, from Costa, from all the major brands. Love my Maui's at the moment. They're a great ABT sponsor and Fishing Monthly advertiser. There's the new frame from Maui Gyms. You can add your own little sunglasses holders on the end. There's a little bit of venting in the bottom, but it keeps out the peripheral light. I can't even read what that one's called, the new frame. Is it called Cuda or Coda? But you can get them with whatever lenses you like. The Maui's are high on the list for ABT anglers at the moment. One of the categories is terminal tackle. Always, hooks, sinkers, trebles, all that sort of stuff. What stuck out to me here was, I loved Matty Fraser's, the big barra jig heads. They're like actually quite a light jig head there. This is a 21 gram or a 3/4 ounce jig head, but with like an 11.0 hook in them. They're an 11.0 barra jig head from Matty Fraser there. And I love this, even though it's probably in the wrong category. It's a terminal tackle retriever, but the little loop to get your lures off, combined with a selfie stick. So it doesn't matter how far I throw my lure up the tree now, I reckon I can get that back there. So that's an AFN product from the guys at Freshwater Fishing Magazine. And have a look, DMC have released their new Grip R jig heads here. So they're the stuff the guys at Rapala have been working on. There's some brand new crushity plastics out. These are designed to go perfectly with those. Come across the best reel. There's actually not many new reels this year. That's the best reel category right there. And what of course sticks out to you right away is that 13 Fishing are not afraid to make bright stuff. So there you go, there's their new baitcaster. That one's called the Modus Radioactive Pickle Colour baitcaster there. So like all other 13 reels, it'll work great. But look at this, Samaki is back into the reel market. So this is their new little jigging reel. This is called their Zephyr jig reel there. And for a re-entry into the market, great looking jigging reel. So well done Josh and the guys at Samaki's for getting back in. Of course you've got the brand new Daiwa Certates, the Shimano Vanfords. They're always going to be popular because they're the big name brands and they are great pieces of kit. So you can see those in the best reel. Best tackle storage is always pretty interesting. Along the bottom here we have all of the different storage options, all the new and exciting ones. But for me here, they've got a lot of effort of presenting it, the guys from TT. Everyone's got a version of the like foam sandwich hook holding boxes at the moment. So this is their version with some of their new blades, etc. in them. But otherwise, all the sort of tackle storage you need is going to be here. There's nothing that's groundbreaking in there. Soft plastic and hard-bodied lures, though, are pretty massive categories this year. I'm going to skip over the game ones at the moment because that's not my area of expertise. But hard-bodied lures, check it out. There's around 40 entries into this category. And going along the line, the guys at Your Outdoor Experience We joked to them that this looked like this was made by the kindergarten kids with all the leftover spinnerbait blades, but it really looks really good in the water, actually. I love my Shad Wrap Elites. You remember the Clarence Australian Bass Open? It was on this one's little brother. I won that on a few years ago. So there's the biggest Shad Wrap Elite out there now. The big Halco poppers are always popular, of course. You can run them over with a semi-trailer and they would still be in one piece. What else stuck out to me before when I was looking through here? How's Daiwa's new monster rolling crank. It's a little bit bigger in the body, it looks, but man, that is a deep diving bib there. So both bass and brim guys, I think, are going to be on that one. Check this out. You can troll that to 20 knots. So if you're a keen out offshore guy and you don't want to slow down to troll all the way home, that is going to be for you. And that's from the guys at Duro, I think. Yeah, it's called a Salter Mag Diver. What else have we got? I saw some of the baits here. The guys at Melosi had some. Where was it? It was back up here. These are the guys that are doing their own little custom painted bodies, and they've got just a great little finish on them. The Melosi Studio, that's an Echo 65F, a top water there. But there is an endless amount of product here in the hard body stuff. Come and have a look at this one. The guys at Wilson's put this one out here. That's a Tough Fear GT swimmer. So if you think GTs eat little GTs, that is the lure for you right there. Let's go to the soft plastics. And there's a whole lot of new and exciting things in soft plastics as well. Matty Fraser's Baramba stable, getting into the production lures now. So that's his little one. It's called the Stinger Shrimp 90. So it's pre-tied with a little stinger hook and a place to put it in the back of the tail there. So no more missed bites from Matty Fraser there. You got John Costello's stuff. Like he's releasing his own brand of lures at the moment. So he's bellied up to the bar and he's got his entries into the best lure this year. So the My Lure Box lures are there. Joshy from Samaki's got the new bigger titanium frame bent style lures that he loves. What else have we got in the soft plastics? Apart from biwas that are going to sink the boat, that are that big, you've got the new big diver shrimps, and it's a year for big shrimps. There's the new Bait Junkie shrimp right there. There's the new Crush City Imposter right there. So simplistic design, complex design. I'm sure they both catch fish pretty well. And last but not least there, look at Mick Molnar, little Southern Gold Coast battler, making his own lures. He's doing pretty well. He said he loves this lure industry. That's his latest reaction there. That's called the MMD Fishing Hardy Head, that guy there. Not going to talk too much about the fly fishing stuff because, again, not much of an expert on fly fishing about what's the latest and greatest. And to be honest, the line this year is actually pretty small as well as a category. I'm pretty sure we had more lines entered last year. Stuff there from X-Braid, from Daiwa, from Nomad Design, their Ammonite looks pretty good. Hard to sort of review a line when you haven't used it really, but interesting, some of the packaging. Gilly's line here, that's the packaging it comes in. I suppose they're aiming towards more biodegradability in their packaging. So away they go. Let's go to the next category here, best combo. Again, this is sort of, some companies here bring a knife to a gunfight. You've got the little sort of $50 combos versus the Salt Daiwa, Saltiga, top of the line rods and reels there. So you know, it'd be interesting to see what the people and the retailers are going to vote for. But there you go. There's that's the top of the tree when it comes to combos. Boating accessories are pretty interesting. Had a look through here before, and for me, I love the look of this big net. We've got a couple of sounder mounts this year. They've got Robbie Payne's one, the BLA one there, which are interesting if you're into your sounders. But how good is the extension net? Again, this is another AFN product here, and interestingly, have the handle to help pull the fish in as well. Unsure if this is going to be strong enough to keep a barramundi in your boat. I've seen barra go through nets like this, but I suppose time will tell. With the AFN Deluxe Folding Collapsible Net. We saw this recently at the Sydney Boat Show. The Lowrance Recon was launched there, and they've got that's in the best of show here at the moment. This looks like it's a freshwater version that they have entered into the show. It's one of only 2 or 3 products in that fishing electronics category. But I'm just going to sneak a little bit ahead here. They've entered their $1,500 retail price Eagle Eye live sonar into the John Dumpy Awards. We're going to get to the John Dumpy soon, but that's the $1,500 live sonar that you might want for your boat. Let's go to outdoor camping products. Always some interesting products here, and anything from a shovel to a boat buckle to eskies there, whatever help. Personally, If the fish aren't biting, shoot it with a bow and arrow. Let's come up and have a look at the next categories. This is the best water sport and dive product we've got up here. Again, only 4 in the categories, but you know, now we can get some aftermarket kayak bags for the front if you want to put your catch or your tackle in that. They're pretty cool, and it's always going to be hard to go against the big brands of Yeti. Yeti just dominate a lot of stuff nowadays. And what do we got here? Game fishing accessories. Like, I'm like a fish, right? If something's glowing, I'm going to go and grab it. So that product there, that's the Mathiox LED rod tip lights. So designed to sit on the top of your rods. Otherwise, there's cool looking pliers. There is weird looking stuff as well. This is Hook'em Fishing, game fishing accessory there. Suppose that fits in the rod holder, and that drops your line down deep. Stainless steel fishing rod, you're not going to bend that one. Let's go to the John Dumpy Awards via the clothing. This is again, it's quite subjective clothing. You either like the look of it or you don't. But a lot of hooded stuff there, a lot of stuff that's going to keep the rain and the sun off you. But let's go to the John Dumpy Awards. This is the big one that the guys really want to win. It's named after John Dumpy, the old boss of Shimano, who's passed nowadays, but he is always encouraging of innovation. Of course, invented the bait runner reel. Here we've got things like Penn's new Fathom electric reels. Check out this. Everyone was calling this Iron Man tonight. This is Daiwa's Seaborg 1800M RJ reel with the Bluetooth controller. I think nowadays you don't even have to leave the cockpit of your boat to wind your fish in. So if Iron Man's got a remote control, this is it personified in a reel. Other things that were quite exciting, apart from that eagle eye there, it's funny that anything from live sonar to rattle applicators entered in the JD award, and each of them sort of have equal chance of winning. It's hard to show you this one. The guys at JM Gillies reckon that these shirts don't ever need washing and they're totally waterproof. The guys were here before, they pour the water into the hand. I'm gonna do it. Pat won't mind if I pour the water in. This is Filium, I think they call the product. You pour the water in and they reckon that it doesn't smell, it doesn't absorb any water, and apparently you can pour that water back in. I don't even know how I'm going to pour that water back in off the... There you go. Totally missed. But the fabric itself, totally dry at the end. So there you go. Nicole, we're going to have to fix that up. It's a bit wet there. Blame the Gillies, guys. So that's it. That's best of show, voted on by the industry, voted on by the public. There's a little bit of a preview there. I can't go through all of the 300 products to show you what's in there. I'm not even going to have a stab at what wins this year. I don't want to influence the voting. If you come on the public day on Saturday, you have a vote and you can influence it.